Please rise. The Regional Trial Court, Branch 130 is now in session. The Honorable Judge, Mr. Hamodia, presiding.
Please be seated. Members of the prosecution, your duty today will be to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty based only on the facts and evidence provided in this case. The prosecution must prove that the crime was committed and that the defendant is the person who committed the crime. However, if you are not satisfied of the defendant's guilt to the extent, then reasonable doubt exists and the defendant must be found not guilty. Sir, here, what is the case today?
Your Honor, today's case is the criminal number 12345, People of the Philippines versus Nasibo.
Is the prosecution ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sit. Is the defendant ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll now hear the opening statement from the prosecution. Prosecutor Joe Maragosta, please state your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant has been charged with the crime of frustrated murder. On September 17, 2017, at about 6 p.m., Ms. Baritwa with her fiancé, Mr. Camaral, was conducted a party, a celebration for his birthday in their house. On said party, Ms. Baritwa lost consciousness and taken to the hospital. The findings of the doctor said Ms. Baritwa ingested a cyanide-contained substances, a kind of poison. According to Ms. Baritwa, she ingested the apple juice and coffee given by Ms. Nasibo during the day, which was said contained the poison. And when the defense will try to convince that the defendant did not know the poison contained in the beverage, the state will provide convincing arguments that she or he not only knew that poison was also given to Ms. Baritwa and intentionally invent strong motive to kill her. Thank you, Your Honor.
Defense attorney, would you like to state your case?
Your Honor, I am Attorney Chloe Mayna Valgas-Suano and my assistant is Mr. Hamon. We would like to thank you for being here today. Let me start with a very simple statement. Under the law, my client is presumed not innocent until proven guilty. My client have no knowledge regarding the beverage that contained the poison. We will show later in the evidence that Ms. Baritwa was attempting to commit suicide since she has depression from the tragedy she had in the past and having the hard time to get over it with. So with this, my client is innocent. As the state attorney mentioned, please keep in mind that the burden of the proof falls on the state. If at the end of the trial you have any reasonable doubt in the state case, then you should find my client is not guilty. Thank you, Your Honor.
Call your witness to the witness stand.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I call on Joanna Baritwa?
Swear in the witness.
Please raise your right hand. Will you swear to tell the truth but nothing but the truth on this case?
Yes, sir.
Please state, what is it? Please state your name and other personal circumstance.
I, Joanna Rose Baritwa, 26 years of age, single, and currently working at Nestle Incorporation as manager. I'm a resident of Lower Binugao, Toril, Davao City.
Your witness.
Yes, Your Honor. The witness is being presented to testify on the fact that the accused both the rat killer and that the substances that poisoned her was from the apple juice which the accused prepared. May we proceed, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Will you please tell on this honorable court where you were on September 17, 2017 at around 8 o'clock?
I was in my house.
Who was with you at a particular time?
I'm alone because I did not work. I just busy preparing at my birthday.
How did you prepare your party?
First is I clean the house. Second is I prepare the kitchenwares that we are going to use. And second is I brought some foods.
Do you use a pest control product, specifically rat poison?
No.
Did you invite Miss Tisha?
Yes.
How was the relationship? How was the relationship with you with Tisha?
We're so close since childhood, but not until when our parents died last
What?
month.
What did you mean? Your parents died? Then?
When our parents are still alive, they give me some of their property, including the land title and also the house, because I was younger than Tisha. After that, my sister changed her attitude towards me, and I felt so bad at myself.
That's all, Your Honor.
Cross.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Miss Witness, are you sure you didn't use any pest control during the day that happened?
Yes.
Do you know that any rat poison can also poison human when swallowed?
Yes, of course.
Who prepared the drinks?
Me.
So you testified that you drank the apple juice. What was the color of the juice?
Yellow.
When you drank the juice, what was the taste?
It is a little bit sour and bitter.
Bitter?
Yes.
Did you not wonder why the juice was bitter?
No. Because I was the only one who prepared it.
No further question, Your Honor.
Redirect.
No, Your Honor. We will call our next witness.
Miss Witness, you may step down. Call your next witness.
I'm calling on Mr. Clyde Cabral.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth in this case?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat. Please state your name and other personal circumstance.
I'm Clyde Cabral, 21 years old, single. I'm the head security officer of Jimol Turil. I'm living in West Tacros, Davao del Sur.
Your witness.
This witness, Your Honor. Clyde Cabral is presented to testify that on the fact the accused secretly did something on the juice that contains poison.
Proceed.
Do you know the complainant?
Yes,
How you related to her?
she's my fiancé.
Do you know the accused?
Yes,
How is the related the complainant?
she's only sister.
Where are you that exact time on that day?
I was in the kitchen preparing for a meal for everyone, and I saw Tisha preparing for drinks.
Did Tisha notice you?
Probably yes.
What drinks did Tisha prepare? More specific.
As I saw, it was yellowish apple.
Did you approach here?
Now because as I see me coming, she was leaving in the kitchen so quickly and bringing the glass of apple juice.
No further question, Your Honor.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor. How long have you known Miss Tisha?
I have known her ever since I was began counting with my friends. It's all about 4 years.
Would you consider Miss Tisha as your friend?
Yes.
Can you describe what is the color of the drink Miss Tisha brought as she left the kitchen?
It was a yellowish juice glass. A glass.
That's all, Your Honor.
Does the defense have any witness to call?
Yes, Your Honor. May I call Tisha as our defense witness?
Did you swear to tell the truth, but nothing but the truth in this case?
Yes, sir.
Please be seated.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Miss Witness, are you close with Joanna Beritwa?
Not so, Your Honor.
Why are you not so close?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative, Your Honor.
Objection over you witness, please be answered.
Because of the unfair share for the properties of our parents, but I have nothing to do with that
Then why do you think you're in the party?
because she invited me.
Did you greet your sister on her birthday?
Yes, of course.
What did you bring in that bag?
I bring my shoulder bag with my wallet and my cell phone.
That's all, Your Honor.
Does the prosecutor would like to cross?
Yes, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Where are you staying at? Or where do you live?
I live at the apartment B, Street, Toril, Davao City.
Who's with you, Miss Witness?
I'm alone, Your Honor.
What time did you arrive on that day?
Probably 1 to 2 p.m.
Did you bring any poison?
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is speculating.
Do you use any rat poison?
No, Your Honor.
So, Miss Witness, how can you say about the sachet of rat poison?
Objection, Your Honor.
Proceed, Mr. Prosecutor.
Thank you, Your Honor. The investigation team, with the help of forensic, found out that there is a sachet of rat poison on the garbage can of the kitchen that was unsealed and indicated on the receipt that it was delivered on your house the day before the tragedy happened.
That's not true, Your
I
Honor.
am showing you this document previously marked as Exhibit A. Please go over this document and tell this honorable court if this signature belongs to you.
Yes, that address and signature belongs to me. But I didn't buy that day.
Which for purpose of this identification, Your Honor, I would like to request the marking of the signature appearing above the printed name as Exhibit A.
Mark it.
And that's all, Your Honor.
Witnesses, you can now go back to your proper seats.
Your Honor, we are now resting the case for the prosecution.
How do you intend to submit your formal offer?
We can offer our evidence, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Exhibit A is the receipt being offered to prove that a rat poison was purchased by address where Tisha lived and signatured and the name was being presented. Exhibit B is the picture from which a sample was taken and subject chemical analysis for the purpose of proving the fact that the source of poison was the apple juice prepared by the accused to contain in the picture. Exhibit D, the toxicology report of the National Bureau of Investigation to prove the chemical analysis of sample taken from the picture for quantitative and qualitative determination of the poison. And Exhibit E is the box of a rat killer to prove the source of the poison which was bought by the accused.
May proceed, Your Honor.
Proceed.
As to Exhibit 1 and 1E, we can admit its experience and authenticity, Your Honor. As to Exhibit 2 and 2E, we can only admit the existence but not authenticity and truthfulness, Your Honor.
Acting on the formal offer of exhibit, you can sit.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Of the defense counsel and comments thereon by the public prosecutor, the court resolves to admit all the exhibits offered by the defense counsel specified in the offer. Any rebuttal evidence, Fiscal?
No any rebuttal evidence, Your Honor.
Considering that the public prosecutor will not present rebuttal evidence, the court gives the parties 30 days from today within which to file their respective memoranda. The case shall be deemed submitted for decisions after the lapse of the said period, even without the said memorandum. Any closing statements?
Your Honor, today we have the burden of proof as our evidence shown which it is the medical legal findings and the testimony of our witnesses. It shows that Ms. Nasibog intentionally poisoned Ms. Baritwa because of her intense feeling for the victim because of the properties and land title. By that, we ask for a verdict of guilty, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Today, the prosecution has a burden of proof that they have availed to prove it. Your Honor, they have not showed beyond reasonable doubt that the accused is guilty. The evidence does not show that Ms. Nasibog poisoned the frustratingly murdered Ms. Baritwa. It was clearly stated that Ms. Baritwa intentionally committed suicide due to her depression when her parents died. By that, we ask for the verdict of not guilty, Your Honor.
We have now heard arguments from both sides in the case of people of the Philippines versus Nasibog. Must now decide if the state has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant is guilty of prostrated murder. I have been given material that will help understand the law regarding presumption of innocence and reasonable doubt, as well as the requirements for a anonymous verdict and the fact that the state must prove in order to find the defendant guilty. Order.
The promulgation of judgment.
Will the defendant please stand? You may read the verdict.
Wherefore, premises considered, this court find accused that Mrs. Nasibog is guilty beyond reasonable doubt of the crime prostrated murder committed against Ms. Baritwa. And they considered in committing the crime, and accordingly, it said that accused is sentenced to suffer the penalty of imprisonment of 9 years of prison major, medium as the minimum term of 16 years of reclusion temporal, medium as the maximum term. Moreover, accused are sentenced in order. First, to the victim, Ms. Baritwa, jointly and severally the sum of 57,000 by way of reimbursement for the expenses he incurred for medicines. Second, to pay Ms. Baritwa jointly and severally the sum of 80,000 pesos for the income that Mrs. Baritwa could have earned. Ms. Nasibog could have earned 2 years as a farmer. Third, to pay Ms. Baritwa jointly and severally the sum of the 30,000 pesos by way of moral damages. And fourth, and the last one, is to pay the cost of the suit.
Thank you, everyone. Court is adjourned. Order in the court.
I let myself fall into you. I never thought I'd fall right through. I fell for every word you said. You made me feel I needed you and forced my heart to think it's true. But I found I'm powerless with you. Now I
Miss Benedito International. Baritwa. Miss Nasibog Internationally.
Did you want her?
will ever be lost hope in saving you and me. You think I'm lost, falling apart, but your lies just made a stronger heart. My life is just about to start. Now I don't need your wings to fly.
Kung bibitaw ng mahinahon ako pa'y lulubayan ng ating mga kahapon na di na kayang ayusin ng lambing.